Here's what we're going to do. Some of this is really straightforward, so I'm going to try not to over-explain straightforward stuff. Some of this I need to draw your attention to on the packing list so we're all on the same page. And here's the deal. Because there's so many of us, it really is important, partially for the packing, like sticking to, we have these duffel bags, and you're going to look at this and go, man, this is a whole page of stuff. How am I going to, if you've never gone on one of these trips before, you're going to say, how am I going to fit all of my stuff in this duffel bag? And I am here to tell you, I am bigger than all of you. So my clothes are bigger than all of your clothes. My shoes are definitely bigger than your shoes. And my stuff fits in the duffel bags. These are huge duffel bags. They're hockey duffel bags designed for all the hockey player gear. And so you can fit your stuff in there, including your air mattress and your sleeping bag and your pillow and all of that. Because here's the problem. We can't have you showing up with extra luggage because there just won't be room for it. We have mapped out our vans, airlines, all of it. It's important. If you are flying to El Salvador, your bag has got to be under 50 pounds. Like if there are overweight fees, we're going to charge your parents, and your parents are not going to be happy about it. So if you don't have a luggage scale, I have one in my office. You can come by earlier that week if you want and weigh your stuff, or you can get one on Amazon for like $10 and weigh it out. Or you can go super old school, weigh yourself on your home scale, pick up your duffel bag and weigh yourself with the duffel bag and do a little bit of math. And whatever you went up by is how much your duffel bag weighs. If you are prone to trying to bring a whole bunch of beverages in your duffel bag, don't do that. You can't do that. That's going to weigh it down way too much. Anyways, you know who you are. Here's the deal. All of our trips, there's a lot of things that are common to all of the trips. And so I'm going to kind of fly through most of that. When you look at your packing list, you see a backpack / carry-on bag. So this is, if you're flying to El Salvador, you're going to have a backpack. If you are going to Canada or West Virginia, you're going to have a backpack that stays with you when you get onto the van. The backpack for our Canada and our El Salvador team, you got to have your passport. Really, for the El Salvador people, you should probably have one of those travel neck wallets that you can get them on Amazon. You can buy them at Target, where you can wear your passport. It makes it a little safer, especially when you're traveling to El Salvador, to have your money and your passport. You can stick that thing under your shirt and keep it really safe and secure. Once we get to the countries, in El Salvador and Canada, Melissa is going to collect all of the passports in El Salvador. I'm going to collect all the passports in Canada. We're going to secure them. And the reason is, look, I love your kids. But I used to think we were being overly cautious. And in recent years, we have had kids lose their passports just on the way to the airport. So, like the second we get through immigration, we collect those things, we lock them down, and we keep them safe until we travel back and they need to have them again. It's just better for everyone. And so you got to have your passport with you. For the Canada and West Virginia team, you'll see on there in your backpack, you're going to have a packed lunch and some snacks. We got long car rides. And on that first day of the car ride, we will stop somewhere along the way, probably a nice rest area with picnic tables, and we're just going to have lunch on the way. It saves time. It saves money. We got a lot of driving to do, and so we want to keep that quick. So show up with, you know what kind of lunch you like. You're not going to be able to put it in a cooler or anywhere, so it needs to be a lunch that can travel in your backpack and be okay, even if that means you have a little ice pack in with it or whatever. But you need to have your lunch. You need to have your team folder in your backpack, right? Your Brandywine Students folder. It has your details, your information. If you have prepped anything that you're teaching or leading on your trip, that'll be in that folder. If you are traveling to El Salvador, you need to have an empty water bottle with you. It can be in your backpack or in your duffel bag. If you want in your backpack, then you can fill it up once you go through security. Guys, no liquids. in the backpacks when you're traveling to El Salvador. Every year, somebody has shampoos or lotions. Peanut butter is a liquid. You don't think it is, but TSA thinks it is, and they will throw away your peanut butter, and you will cry because now you're going to El Salvador and you have no backup food.
Has that happened to you?
It hasn't happened to me because I put my peanut butter in my duffel bag, but every year it happens to somebody. Every year somebody finds themselves donating peanut butter to TSA. So if you're traveling to El Salvador, no liquids in your backpack. You can fill up your water bottle once you go through security and have it on the airplane, then you're fine. If you're traveling to Canada or West Virginia, fill up that water bottle ahead of time. You need to have something to drink in the van. But here's the deal, guys, look, I'm not telling anybody to get dehydrated. But there is a lot of harsh judgment for the first person on the road that says they need the bathroom. All right? It would be really nice if we could make it at least a couple hours this year. That would be fantastic. We got a long ways to go. So, don't dehydrate yourself, but also be conservative in how much you're drinking before you get... parents, if you could help those of us driving kids to Canada and West Virginia out by not letting your kid get all hopped up on energy drinks before they get into the van that morning, that would be nice for all of us. All right, so in your backpack, you want to have your Bible and your pens, partially because it's just heavier, it'll weigh down your duffel bag, but also because sometimes we do quiet times on the road with those long drives, whatever. Camera accessories, if you want to bring a camera, have everything you need for your camera in your backpack. It's just going to be a safer spot for it than the duffel bag. Accessories means extra batteries, whatever. Maybe you have disposable cameras, digital camera, whatever it is. Spending money, that's just a recommendation of what to have. Souvenirs, snacks, whatever, over the course of the 8 or 9 days. Medications. If your kid needs to be taking any medications and you're like, it's no big deal, it's still a big deal. We need to be aware of it. We're responsible for it. And so each packing list says who the adult is designated for that team to be the one that's taking care of that. What we need you to do is write out the instructions. You might be like, it's so straightforward, it's so simple, it's on the bottle. I don't care. Write it out and put it in a Ziploc bag with the medications. Contact this person ahead of time, whoever the point person is for medications for that trip, ahead of time, so you're not trying to tell them it when everything's overwhelmed and we're checking in and loading up on the day of. But shoot them the information ahead of time so they kind of have it on their radar, who they're helping, so that way when we're leaving on the day of, you can just hand them the medications with the written instructions, and that way they're set to go to put whatever alarms they need to put on their phone to take care of your kid. Because just keep in mind, they're probably, with the size of our teams, keeping track of 10 or 15 other kids as well. So make it as simple and easy for them to be set up for success as possible. And so that's the backpack. Some of you are looking and going, snacks? Yeah, we got a long car ride. I'll tell you right now, just so we're all on the same page, Canada and West Virginia people, we are not shopping every time we stop at a rest area to go to the bathroom. And to be clear, I'm including vending machines in that. And you go, what? Why? Because as soon as one of you steps up to a vending machine or a cash register, everybody else wants to, and now we're at that rest area easily for another 30 to 40 minutes when we're traveling with 50 people to Canada or 40 people to West Virginia. We'll let you have one. There will be one stop where, this is the one where you can reload on your snacks and drinks or whatever. It's probably going to be the lunch stop, but not the other stops. So some of you have already freaked out about that. That's why you can bring snacks. I'm not saying you can't bring snacks. I'm just saying we're not shopping at every stop. We are mission focused on going to the bathroom and getting in the vehicles. So, duffel bag, super straightforward, right? Sleeping bag, pillow, twin size air mattress pad. some of the kids have already been like, does it have to be twin size? It has to be twin size. All right? We got limited space. I do not need your 90-pound kid showing up with a queen size air mattress. All right? I'm not body shaming anyone. I'm just saying we don't have, tight space. It's got to be twin size. Except for El Salvador, because you guys have bedding there. Do they need to travel with sleeping bags? Yes. There's mattresses there, so show up with your sleeping bag. But Canada and West Virginia, twin size air mattress. One piece, swimsuit, towels, blah, blah, blah. Flip-flops, you probably want to protect your feet. Even in the showers, because, we're using showers that tons of people are using. Sneakers or work shoes. Every year, some kid shows up with their favorite shoes and are shocked that we're doing messy work in these shoes. Bring shoes you don't care about. All right? Guys, these mission trips are not about having the hottest fit we can have. Like, I don't care how fiery you want to look. I just dropped so many cool words. You want to bring, because every year we have somebody that shows up with their favorite Nikes and then they're working in nothing but their socks. And there are some work sites that we go to that require you to be in closed-toe shoes. So just bring you can bring an old pair of shoes that you want to throw away at the end of the trip and just leave it there. That is fine. But make sure you bring something you don't care about. You can bring your nice shoes too if they fit in the duffel bag, but bring something you don't care about. Toiletries. Man, there is nothing more self-explanatory in the world than toiletries. Nice outfit for church. Here's the deal, just so we're all on the same page, because I used to say nice outfit for church, and apparently dudes don't understand what this means. When I say nice outfit for church, I mean for the guys, something with a collar. It can be a polo shirt. This is fine. My shirt is fine. The pants. First off, I don't like whatever that reaction was. All right? I like my orange polo shirt. This is dope. Save the tree. I get no respect. Parents, I'm going to need you to work on your kids because they got bad attitudes. All right. Gentlemen, you need a shirt with a collar, and you need pants, like full. Every year, somebody shows up, I thought shorts were fine. I wear shorts to church. Not on the mission trip. I don't care how hot it is, because we're going to different places. They have different cultures and expectations on clothing and whatever, and so we're going to show up looking nice. And by pants, not jeans. It needs to be like khakis, trousers of some sort, like something other than jeans and not shorts with a collar. All right? Got it? We've all heard it. The room is so quiet, we've all understood it. Ladies, it needs to be either a nice outfit, again with pants, not jeans, like some sort of nice khakis or whatever, or a long skirt or dress. And when I say long, I mean when you're standing normally, and you're not doing like any of this kind of whatever. I don't know all the moves you guys do that my sister used to do to fool my dad. The skirt, it just needs to be below your knees, all right? Below your knees or longer. I don't want to explain anything more than that. If you have questions, if you're a girl and you have dress code questions, don't ask me. Ask one of the female leaders. Melissa or Eden will spell it out. They know. All right, so lots of shorts. All the places we're going to be working, doing stuff. You're gonna want shorts, pants and jeans. Just because, like, maybe there'll be some cold evenings. Who knows? A bunch of underwear and socks. More underwear. There is no such thing as too much underwear and socks. I'm mostly talking to the dudes right now. No such thing. Sleepwear. You're going to be sleeping around a lot of other people. So, like, whatever you need to do for that. Bag for dirty laundry, rain jacket or a poncho. You can buy one of those cheap disposable ponchos for a couple bucks, just to have something in case it rains. Sunscreen, insect repellent. No such thing as too much. Work gloves, hat, sunglasses. Look, my hair's thinning, I'm going to wear a hat. because I don't like the sunburning scalp. Ziploc bags. Here's the deal with the Ziploc bags. Ziploc bags are handy for your toiletries, for anything liquid that's ending up in your duffel bag. Some of the stuff at the end that you're cleaning, like they're just kind of like, it's nice to have a bunch of different Ziploc bags in different sizes because you never know when they're going to come in handy. Wet wipes. You go, what do we need wet wipes for? Sometimes we have limited shower options, and sometimes you got to do something a little more quicker. So it's just nice to have a pack of wet wipes in there. Earplugs. If you are a sleeper that has a hard time sleeping with noise, maybe you want to bring some earplugs. You don't have to, but some people it's nice. If you're a person that you're like, I need to have a fan on me at night, and you are a student, it's got to be a battery fan because there are not going to be enough outlets for 50 people to show up with fans. But if you want to bring yourself a little fan that can fit in your duffel bag, go for it. So all of that's pretty straightforward. If you have questions, you can talk to us after. Let's talk about the what not to bring. Okay? Electronic devices. No electronic devices. Partially because we're just mean. Partially because if they get broken or stolen, that's not great. Partially because when we're on a mission trip, we really, especially for El Salvador, but even for our West Virginia and Canada trips, we don't want to be flaunting wealth with lots of devices and lots of other toys and things. And already, just the fact that we can travel to all of these places is a big display of wealth, especially when we're going to a third world country. But also, we're going to places in West Virginia and Canada that are lower income. And so part of this is we just don't want to be creating a distraction with all of our stuff because we're already displaying a lot of wealth by showing up, right? But there's also the flip side that, man, these trips have two purposes. It's one of the purposes is for us to learn and grow and be challenged by God, and the other one is to be doing meaningful service to the people we're going to. And our devices get in the way of that. Like, we want to be fully present, which is why we also do not allow cell phones. The only device you're allowed to bring is some sort of non-cell phone camera, right? The old school cameras. No cell phones. You will live every year, a whole bunch of you have your friends that are staying home, keep your Snapchat streaks alive for you and all of that. You don't need it. And most of our students these days, I love it, who have gone on mission trips will be the first to say, actually, it's really nice to not have a phone for a week. We're able to be fully present on our trips. We get the most out of our trips. When we show up without phones, the Praying Pelican missionaries always say, these are the best trips, these are the best weeks, these are the best days, because we get to know each other better, we're more present for where we are and where we're serving, and so we don't bring them. Parents, if you need to get a hold of your kid, on the back, we put a few cell phone numbers of some of the leaders. If you need to reach out, not every day because there's like 50 kids, but like over the course of the week, if there's something you need to reach out and check in, you can. If your kid wants to call home, like they're feeling homesick, they want to talk to you partway through the trip, they can do so, right? We don't stop them. They're allowed to go to any of the adults and just say, hey, and if it's not a work time or whatever, we let them do that. So, man, no weapons, knives, drugs, vapes, tobacco, or alcohol. Gabe? Just kidding. Or anything you don't want to lose. Don't bring anything you don't want to lose. Don't bring something you want that you're going to be worried about. This is going to get broken. Dress code for everyone. Dress code for everyone. And this is true of all the trips. Leave all clothing with references to secular concerts, political affiliations, alcohol, tobacco, other questionable content. Leave that at home. Don't bring it. Your cool t-shirt, don't do it. We're not trying to create a distraction with our clothing, which also brings us to point number 2. No belly shirts, no tank tops. To be clear, this is guys and girls, no tank tops. No sleeveless shirts, no short shorts. They should be mid-thigh or longer. No spandex shorts, pants, yoga exercise pants, form-fitting clothes. And to be clear, this includes the travel days as well. Every year, we've had some years where people have shown up in the non-dress code clothes, and they're like, but this is just the travel day. The second you leave your parents and come with us, you are on the mission trip, and the dress code applies. And there's a couple reasons for it. Partially because this is stuff that Praying Pelican requires, because they know the churches that we're involved with, their expectations. They know the cultures and communities we're going to and what's appropriate in those cultures. And also, like, we are just living together 24 hours a day for 8 or 9 days. And that is a lot of time together, and it's really easy to get too comfortable with each other. And being a little bit more intentional about our clothes helps protect everyone. In recent years, shorts have been a real problem. Last year, we had a big improvement because we had the same conversation. But the last few years, we've had to spend hundreds of dollars on shorts, on mission trips for kids that showed up with shorts that were too short. And it is a deal breaker for a lot of the ministry sites that we go to with Praying Pelican, and even just in our time together. And so you don't have to buy these ones, but they will give you an idea of, like, this is what we mean when we mean no short shorts. There's links to some low-cost multi-packs of shorts. I used to just do the one that is now the boys' shorts, and all the girls were like, those shorts are not cute. And I was like, we're not trying to be cute on the trip. Look at the guys. They get it. They're not cute. But Melissa found a low-cost pack of long girls' basketball shorts. These are what we mean. These are the shorts. So whether you buy these ones or you buy something like it, just look at it as, man, if you're going on mission trips every year, buy these. It's like 4 or 5 pairs of shorts for $20 to $30. You never have to use them again the rest of the year. Just use it. These are your mission trip shorts. But it saves a lot of hassle, and it saves us having to buy shorts for kids, because that's an awkward conversation for everyone. Your kid doesn't like it. We don't like it. Parents, I really need you to look over the stuff kids are packing in their duffel bags, because every year we have kids. Usually the ones that struggle with these issues are the ones whose parents assumed they took care of it and they were totally okay. And it was not. So, that's the packing list. If you flip to the back, we have some travel information. All right? I'm going to go through each of the trips. Let's start with West Virginia, because that one's the simplest. West Virginia, you will meet here on Saturday, June 13th at 8:30 a.m. with your backpack and your duffel bag ready to go. The goal is you will check in with Eden and the other leaders that morning, load up the vans, circle up, pray, and be on the road by 9 o'clock. Some of you are going, well, we're leaving at 9 o'clock. It's okay if I'm the one that shows up at 8:45. No, that screws everybody up. Everybody needs to be here by 8:30 so that you can check in with an adult. That's when we want to see, for accountability, the kid hand the phone over to their parent, check in, get everything ready, and hit the road as soon as they can so that they can head to West Virginia. They will be going straight to the Praying Pelican site. They'll stop for lunch along the way, eat the bag lunches. During the week, they're staying at Trinity Lutheran Church. The address is on there. That's our partner church in West Virginia. When they return, they will leave West Virginia on Friday, drive to Arundel Christian Church in Maryland. Some of you know Matt Osdahl. He used to go to our church. He's the lead pastor there. They're going to spend the night there at that church that Friday night, do their final debriefing, practice for the Sunday morning report. Saturday, they will leave that church and get back here around 11 a.m., maybe a little later. That morning, Eden will send out a text on our mass parent text list that gives the actual ETA. So for planning ahead purposes, assume it's going to be around 11 a.m. That morning, she'll text once they're actually on the road, letting you know what time it's actually showing up. And then you see this next part, this is true for all 3 trips. The team report, Sunday, June 21st, we need everyone from all 3 teams to be at the church at 8 a.m. in the mission trip t-shirt that we will give them on the trip. All of the kids will stay for all 3 services. We're going to split them into 3 groups. So a third will speak at each service. We'll make the timing a lot better than the last year when we were packing 120 people into 2 services. Because there are 120 of us. We'll spread over the 3 services. And then students will be able to leave at 12:30 once the 3 services are done. Once we're a little closer to the trip, I will put out a schedule of which kids are speaking at which hour, so friends and family will know which service to attend. We're going to live stream all 3 services, so people, family that's further away will be able to watch it live online or watch the video later. But so that service, that's a detail for all 3 trips. Ooh, it just got interesting. Canada team. Same stuff about the church report. Canada team, we get to drive. It's going to be amazing. We will leave here Friday. If you look at the back of your paper, you will see our travel instructions. We are meeting at 6:30 a.m. on Friday morning, June 12th, to load up the vans, check in, hand your phone over to a parent in front of the leader. And then we are going to hit the road, and we are going to have a long travel day, like 10 hours on the road. It's going to be amazing. You look shocked and horrified, but it is going to be so fun. No devices. We are going to get to know each other. We'll create Spotify playlists ahead of time. Bring travel games, books, whatever. We will have one quiet vehicle, same with West Virginia, just a calmer vehicle, all right? For people that need like a little less stimulation. And so let me or Eden know ahead of time so we can make sure that you know which vehicle that is. We will be staying at Coastal Christian School in Waldoboro, Maine that night. That is actually, I used to be a youth pastor in Maine for a bunch of years before I came here 18 years ago. And some of the people at my old church work at Coastal Christian School. And so we're staying at a school that I know and I remember and friends with some of the staff. So we're going to spend the night there on the floor with our air mattresses. We'll get up the next morning, hit the road, in theory, for 7 or 8 hours. Right? We're going to go through the Canada border. Everything I'm looking at says going through the border there is typically 10 to 20 minutes. I'll believe it when I see it. But we'll arrive in Canada in time for dinner for our Praying Pelican hosts. It'll be amazing. We're going to have an awesome week there. We'll be staying at the church listed here and doing all of our work sites. When we return home, the Friday we check out of Praying Pelican in Canada, we will hit the road and we're going to do the same thing. A really long day to get to Gordon College, where we will have actual beds, showers. They're going to feed us breakfast at Gordon College and give us a box lunch for the road trip home on Saturday, which will take us 6 or 7 hours to drive and get here to the church. Parents, what I will do is when we are about 2 hours away, I will send a text giving our actual ETA so that you know when to be here at the church. It'll probably be around 4 o'clock in the afternoon that we get back here, but we'll see. Traffic, everything else can vary with that. Again, the key thing, Canada students, you can forget a lot of things. You cannot forget your passport when you show up that Friday morning here at the church. We can rebound from a lot of stuff. The passport will be a problem. So double, triple check. I will send a text out the day before reminding you to check for your passport. Have that ready for our travel. El Salvador team. Your travel instructions, some of you are going, hey, this is earlier than what Melissa originally said. The airline changed the flight time, so you are meeting at the airport at 8:30 a.m. Melissa will text the team the day before to remind you of the departure time, to remind you of the gate in case that changes, and to remind you to have that passport handy because that... Look, guys, there's no easy way to say this. We'll leave you behind. If you don't have a passport and that flight is leaving, you will be left behind. All right, so show up at the airport at 8:30. Parents, you can either drop them off at the sidewalk and check in with a leader there, or I know a lot of parents like to park and come in and say goodbye to their kid. Either way, you will check in with the leaders of the team. The teams will see the phones get handed over to the parents. Once the team is grouped up, they will check in together. Be on time. Large groups checking into an airline is nothing like individuals checking into an airline. It is exponentially more complicated and longer because you all have to check in together. It's not like if one person is running late, everyone else can be checking in. We have to check in together because it's one group reservation. It's one, like if your family was traveling, you couldn't be like, my spouse is showing up in 20 minutes, let them. It doesn't work. So everyone needs to be there, 8:30 a.m. The flight info is all there. You are responsible to get your kid to the airport. We're not doing a bus from here. And then when they return on June 20th at 10:47 p.m., you are responsible to make sure that your child is picked up from the airport, whether they're carpooling with another leader or you are there meeting them at the baggage claim. Either way, that's your job, is to have them ready to be picked up on June 20th. If there is any flight changes or arrival changes, Melissa will be able to text the team, the parents ahead of time with any of those changes. Melissa, did I leave anything out? All right, here's what I'm going to do. We are finishing 1 minute early. I'm as shocked as you. I'm going to pray for us. If you have not checked in at the tables yet to get your duffel bag, you can do so after I pray. If you have any questions for Melissa, Eden, or I, we'll be hanging out as long as we need to. If you can take chairs and put them on the racks, that would save us a lot of time. We would really appreciate that. Guys, I am really excited about these trips. And I think God is going to do amazing things in all of our lives. We're going to learn incredible things. I cannot wait for the church to hear the stories from all of you in just 6 or 7 or 8 weeks, whatever that time frame is. I know I almost did it again and I caught myself. It's going to be amazing what the church is going to hear from us in just a handful of weeks. So would you pray with me? Heavenly Father, God, we thank you so much for these opportunities. We thank you for every person that you have put on these teams. We thank you for the opportunities that we have in West Virginia, in Canada, in El Salvador, to serve you, to learn about you, to know you more, to build relationships with each other. Lord, we thank you for the people that we're going to work with. And God, we ask that you would already be preparing our hearts for these trips, and that you would be preparing the hearts of the people that we will be connecting with, that we will be serving, that we will be ministering to. That you would use these trips for your glory there and in our lives. In your name, amen.